If marriages were 5 to 10 year contracts with options to renew, if both parties accept, how would the world be different? There was a book where they essentially figured out immortality and then had to deal with a whole bunch of things. One of them was marriages. I think they actually ended up all having year limits on them. It was a good book by Drew Magary Postmortal. Side note though, my favorite book by him is The Hike. It's real weird, but I loved it. You may enjoy Altered Carbon on Netflix. Our consciousness is downloaded into a small disk in the back of our necks. When our body dies, it can be transferred to a new one and we can carry on living. And you can die for real by having your little disk destroyed. The rich live for centuries and are able to have backups of their personality, so if their little disk breaks and they real die, they get downloaded from a backup and continue from their last save, so to speak. Also, while the average person may be able to pay to back themselves up, they wouldn't necessarily be able to afford a new body like the rich. Happily married people would have to wait in a long annoying ass line every 10 years, and it will put everyone in a bad mood. Marriage re-up officers will be rude and condescending because of all the dumbass general public they have to deal with every day. So basically a DMV but worse. It's a new nightmare. An entire industry rises up to create even more traditions for renewal celebrations, and now you have to attend ever more elaborate parties. Destination renewals, and even the more subdued homespun renewals require at least buying a nice bottle of scotch. I probably couldn't afford to keep up with more than 2 friends at the rate of this particular scenario. That's all entirely in my head. MFs, but in here. People would likely wait until it's free to divorce and keeping their relationship intact longer for it to heal. On the other hand, marriages that are going through a rough patch during the renewal period would be more likely to break up right around the 5-year mark. My husband and I went through a difficult time in our marriage. We went to couples therapy and overcame our difficulties, but if letting the marriage contract lapse had been an option, that is probably what would have happened.